All right, guys, welcome back. So again, I'll be talking about my nursing school experience part 2, and I'll be dwelling on the academic struggles, on how I struggled with reading and studying and classroom work, assignments, quizzes, tests and exams, and how I was able to finally come out as the best graduating student of my class. Now, just stay to the end of this video to hear all about it, and I promise you that it's going to be very, very helpful to you in terms of knowing what you two can do and how you two can work hard, or how you two can work smartly. Remember that I normally talk about working smart. So how you two can work smartly in terms of getting to where you want to get to, because I know that we are all different people and we all have different desires. So if you really desire that you want to do well in your academic struggle, your academic work, sorry, in nursing school, then do watch the end of the video and like and subscribe so that I'll be encouraged to draw more awesome videos for you. All right, guys, so let's just dive right into it. Let's just dive right into it because there's no time to waste time. So I told you about my experiences and shock as it pertains to how life was or is in nursing school. So now let's just talk about the academic part. Okay, the academic part. I was telling you that initially I came into nursing like someone. I was not intentional about nursing. It was not as if I went to purchase the nursing form. Really yield and really zealous about it. I was not really zealous about it. In fact, I was not the one that purchased my nursing school form. So I'm just telling you so that you know that I was not in the category of people that were enthusiastic about nursing. Okay, so unlike most of us, I know most of us are very enthusiastic with this is what we really want to do. Like on our group, we have a lot of people who have beautiful reasons while they intentionally choose nursing. But for me, I didn't intentionally choose nursing at the initial. So coming in now and settling down and beginning academic work, now we began to go to classes, and I begin to see that I began to see people who were zealous, people who were enthusiastic, people who were intentional about nursing. My classmates, it happened that my classmates have already read the whole of anatomy, read the whole of basic nursing, read the whole of pharmacology, read a lot of things. They were like eager for classes to begin. They were eager. The first day I went to the library or reading area, I saw a lot of people and I interacted with them, and they were like reading towards the middle of our textbook, and I was like, girl, like, who taught you all this? Well, like, I've been reading in the house. And I'm like, what? Oh. So that was an eye opener for me, really. So that was an eye opener for me. I was like, what? If I answered myself down, I was like, if I want to, okay, you're here now. So remember that whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. These were things I was telling myself, because of course when we talk about communication, we talk about intrapersonal communication. Okay, we have interpersonal communication, we have intrapersonal communication. So these were the things I was communicating with myself. These were the things I was telling myself. Okay, so I was telling myself, okay, whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. We gotta do this. We gotta do this and come out the best. Well, my biggest motivation was personal. My biggest motivation was the fact that I had things in my personal life that made me want to give my best in everything that I do, just like every one of us. I think that the biggest motivation you're going to get in terms of being the best of who you've come to become is looking into yourself and asking yourself, what is my biggest motivation, what is my reason for doing this. If you can find something inside of you that wants to give your best in something, really that motivation is very, very vital. It becomes very, very necessary. Okay, so I was able to look inside myself and find that I really have to be the best. I really have to be the best, not just the best in terms of competing with others, but being the best in terms of being the best of who I am. So I began, that was the push. So I began to put my best. What I did was daily, every day we get a class, that initial time, talking about the initial period, the very first classes I had in nursing school as a first year student. So when we go to class, the very first, because remember, other people have finished reading, people were enthusiastic and reading. I had not even read anything. I'm telling you this now as somebody who graduated as the best graduating student, and I'm telling you what I felt initially. So for some of you that have read and have been reading, and you're reading and you're still afraid, you'll be like, will I get what I want? Will I get my desire? If somebody like me who was not enthusiastic, who was like left behind at the initial, could get to the best at the end of the road, then just know that you still do that. It's just that in life, little drops make an ocean. Okay, so daily I would go to class and I would concentrate in class. I would give my best in class, and once I get off of class, once school dismisses and class ends, I'll go back to the hostel, and when others are sleeping or resting or doing things or maybe occupying themselves one or two things, I will use all that time to put into my studies. Like, I had no time for myself because I felt I was back, I was little left out. I felt like I was not really up to where other people were at that time, and it was true because I had not been studying, I had not been serious, I had not been enthusiastic about nursing, so I was not really interested like that. So that affected my reading as well. So, but at the time, after I spoke to myself, after I had that communication with myself, I decided to give my best. And when others were sleeping, I would be studying. So that really helped me a lot. I covered up every single thing. In fact, I kept studying to the point where I would finish everything the teacher had already taught over the week, over the days, and I would read ahead to the next week. So that once I come to class, it would just be, when the teacher begins to teach a topic, it would be a topic that I've already read over the week, and what the teacher teaches will not be a repetition for me. As a matter of fact, I came to a point in class when any question any teacher asks, I will always have the answer. And I would not want to show myself like that so that my classmates not become so jealous and become. But then everybody be like, we know that she'll know the answer because she already read it. And some people began to wonder, how was I doing it? We had the same time, we had the same 24 hours, we had the same 7 days in the week, we had the same schedule. As a matter of fact, we all lived in the hostel, so there was no difference. But I knew the difference. I knew that the difference was like telling yourself, this is what I want, and being able to sacrifice for what you want. So that was it for my academic struggle. So that was it. And then at the end of at the time we took our very first exam, which is the PTS exam, I really came out the best. Like, it really came out top of class. So that again motivated me a lot, because we were all reading for that PTS exam, because PTS exam is very technical, because there's a whole lot to read, and there's a whole lot of expectation, there's a whole lot of pressure, because the PTS exam, if you don't pass the exam, you have to withdraw from the school, and if you pass and do well, there are prizes on the capping day. So that PTS exam was a lot of motivation, and so we were all reading and trying our best. So after the exam result came out and the capping ceremony took place, and I won a lot of prizes. Now that kind of motivated me more to put my best, and over the course of the years, like that was first year, over second year, third year, I also did put my best. But I had a lot of I had faults and failures at the end. I had faults and failures. So, like in my second year, I failed my practical exam and had to resit, and I was at the danger self of repeating class. So what I'm trying to say is that in terms of my academic struggle, it was not all so easy, even though I was giving my best, but it was not so easy. Just like you will still experience that life is not black or white. It's not all straightforward like that. There will be times when you would fall. Like me, I failed my practical exam in my second year. Now, I did not fall and remain there. God, was I scared? I was so scared, because I was given opportunity to repeat the exam or resit the exam, and if I failed that receipt, I was at the danger of moving down to the former class, dropping my class. So it was a really scary time for me. And but that did not make me lie down in that failure. So you're going to still realize in the course of your nursing journey that it's not always black or white. It's not always so smooth, so smooth going like that. You still experience points of failures, you still experience points of weakness, you still experience points where you're like, what, you know. I'm telling you, when I failed this practical exam, everybody in my class passed the practical exam, and the best student did not pass the practical exam well. It was so down, I was so down at that time. So you're still going to experience nursing school is going to be a roller coaster of ups and downs. But if you stay true to who you are, stay true to why you've come here, stay true to why you want to put your best, I'm telling you that I'm very, very sure that you will come out the best. You come out, you come out achieving what you've gone to achieve. So anyway, that brings me to the end of my nursing school experience. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. That's not a Fortune and Victoria, and I'll see you on more awesome videos later. Bye.